Hey, what's going on everyone? This is iReviews back with another video, and we're talking about iOS 18, the latest big update from Apple. Now this is an incredible update, and if you have been up to the new betas that Apple has released almost weekly during the summer, you probably know a lot about this update. But if you haven't actually followed the beta stages of iOS 18, here are the top 10 new features that are coming to your device in just a few days now with the new iOS 18. Now we're starting with the lock screen. Now first of all, just notice here we now have a dynamic wallpaper for the lock screen, and home screen is just one, but it's pretty cool. But that's not the feature we're talking about. We're talking about here a pretty big feature that we have been asking for years now, and it is the ability to change the toggles on the lock screen of your device. Now right here we have the flash and the camera, the usual buttons that you will see on your iOS device. Now you can remove those. You can also leave those spots empty, but of course you can also replace them with any other toggle that you need. So you tap the plus button and you will see here a bunch of toggles. You will have some right there. Then you will have a few different categories of toggles, like the capture one. You will have the clock toggles, your connections right there, your display, your remote, the shortcuts. That's really cool. You can add any of your shortcuts and actually launch it directly from the lock screen, or you can just go ahead and tap on open app, and this will actually let you choose any app that you have installed on your device and just launch it directly from your lock screen, which is pretty awesome. Now you can see right here we have other things as well. So we have the translate, our utilities right here, and a bunch of different settings that you can add to the lock screen of your device. So of course both of the buttons will be customizable. Now according to Apple, when they did present iOS 18 at WWDC 2024, they actually said that this will be a feature available to third-party apps as well. So in the future you will see third-party apps actually adding toggles for your lock screen. Now the next one will be, of course, the new control center. So we have a brand new control center on iOS 18, and it's actually quite useful. Now just like the lock screen, on your control center you will also be able to customize and add a ton of different toggles, and now you also have different pages of toggles and different pages of controls that you can add to your control center. Now what's really cool is that almost all of the toggles right here are actually resizable. So if I just go to the edit mode, you see I have these toggles and they have that little grabber. I can go ahead and make that smaller or bigger simply by dragging it. Now most of them will have a smaller, medium, and a bigger size. Some of them will have like 4 or 5 different sizes, like the now playing widget right there. As you can see, you can have a big one that will cover the whole screen of a page. You will have a bunch of these, and you can see if you go to add a control, then you will have a ton of different toggles. Now what's really cool, just like on the lock screen, you will also have the ability to actually add the shortcut one, which then allows you to open any app directly from your control center. Now the next big change will be, of course, the home screen, specifically the icons on the home screen. As you can see, now we have dark mode icons, and they actually look way better than the light mode icons, which is pretty cool. And you will have a few different options right here. If you go to the edit mode and go to customize right there, you can choose to have your icons change colors automatically based on the light or the dark mode, whichever one your device is. Then you can choose a fixed one, or you can just tint them based on the colors of the wallpaper that you're currently using, or even just pick any color you want here and tint your icons as easy as that. So you just pick any color and you're good to go. Now if you switch to large here, then you will be able to actually completely remove the labels from the home screen of your device. It will make the icons larger and of course remove the labels. Now the next thing I want to mention here are the widgets and the icons and the way you can actually change them. Like when you have an app on the home screen, like I have the clock right here, I can 3D touch on it and I can turn it actually into a widget. So if I just tap right there, it will turn the app into a widget. Also, if I have a widget, I can actually go ahead and just tap right there and turn it into an app. Now what's really cool is that if you have a widget, you can actually resize it directly from here. So there I have a calendar widget. I can go ahead and tap on that grabber and just drag it right here, and I can turn it into a medium widget or just turn it into a bigger widget. Or of course, from the bigger widget, I can go ahead and resize it and turn it into a smaller widget. Now, one of the coolest and one of my favorite features of iOS 18 can be found on Safari. So when you go to Safari, you go to web page, you can now tap that button right there, and you will get an option now to hide distracting items from a website. So you tap right there, you can see it's activated right now. I can go ahead and just select items and tap on hide. Now what's really cool is that when you hide these items, even when you go ahead and actually reload that web page, it will still keep those items hidden. Only like dynamic items like ads and so cannot be hidden when you reload the page. So of course you can hide them, but when they will appear again. Now when you have done that just like this and you have reloaded the page, you will see that button right there, that eye icon. You tap right there again and you will be able now to see how many items you have actually hidden. So if you go right here to hide distracting items, you can go ahead and just remove those. So let's just do that again. So here we have show hidden items. You tap right there, it shows again the hidden items from any website. Again, this is really cool, and it allows you to just make any website clean and remove the things that you think you don't need to see on that website. Now of course, another highly requested feature on iOS is the ability to lock apps. Finally, Apple has decided to do that, and you can now just lock any app you want. Simply 3D touch on any icon and you will be able to do that. So require Face ID, you tap right there. You can go ahead, require Face ID, which means that the app will be shown on the home screen, but it will require your Face ID in order to unlock that app. And then you can also hide and require Face ID, which means that the app will be hidden from the home screen and it will require Face ID to open it. Now to find the hidden apps, you will need to go to your apps library, scroll all the way down, you will find the hidden here. Again, this folder has to be opened using your Face ID or your passcode. That way you can view your hidden apps. And we also have a brand new app on iOS 18. The Passwords app is finally here from Apple. This is the app right here. It's pretty simple to use. You will open it using your Face ID or passcode. Whether you have, like, of course, protected it or not, it will always require it. And you will have here a search bar where you can search for passwords, and you will have different categories. First of all, you will have all your saved passwords right here, and you will have your codes, your security, the deleted ones, your Wi-Fi. So you can find all your Wi-Fi connections right there and their passwords, and then they have the passkeys as well. You can also add a new group right here, or just tap the plus button if you want to add a new password. And finally, a big change on the Calculator app as well. So the Calculator app on iOS 18 is pretty cool, and it has a lot more features. Now, first of all, when you open it, it looks like the exact same one, but it's actually totally different. First of all, you have this button right here. You tap on it, you can go ahead and choose to go to scientific or math notes, or you can even convert. You enable it right there, and then you will have all kinds of different units here that you can choose from and of course convert them. So you will have the ability to search for units or just go ahead and switch between different categories. You can go ahead and pick anything you want here and just convert them right on the Calculator app. And when you tap right there on those lines, you will see the history of all the calculations you have done. Now, of course, you can go ahead and go here. You can copy the expression, copy the result, or just delete any item you want from the history of your calculator. Now, another really useful feature, probably will be useful for a lot of iOS users, can be found under your Settings app. So you head onto Settings, go under Accessibility right there, and then right here you will find eye tracking. Now, eye tracking is a feature that allows you to fully control your iPhone simply by using your eyes. Once you have enabled it, it will show you the setup where you will have to go through like a few different phases of the setup. You have to follow a few different dots using your eyes, and once it's set up, all you have to do is just look at items on the screen of your iPhone and you can just move through them. And last but not least, iMessage has a couple of very nice features. First of all, RCS for messages is finally enabled with iOS 18, even though carriers have to enable that feature individually. So iOS 18 allows RCS, but your carrier has to actually enable that feature for you. So what you get with RCS is basically read recipes, higher quality pictures, and all that stuff. Most of the things that you actually also get on iMessage. So now when you're messaging friends that don't have iMessage, it will be much better. And we also have messages via satellite. Just like we had calls via satellite, now you have messages. So when you're on a place where there's no reception and you need to send a message, now you can do that via satellite. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Smash that like button if you did. Of course, subscribe for more iOS 18 videos, and I will see you on the next one.